Hello, hello. Happy Thursday. Hi, y'all. Hi, Rothy. Hi, Green Yoshi. Hi, Surrounded by Perverts. Hope you're doing well. Technically a raid from Iriam. Nice, nice. Food, yes. Since it's St. Patty's Day week, we've got a little corned beef sandwich with the kraut on it. Good soup. Yeah. A sandwich. Yes, yes. Gary, thank you so much for the boyfriend of Redeem. Any preference? Today's boyfriend needs that salmon. Indeed, indeed. Like corned beef soup with potatoes, carrots, and cabbage. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Carrie, do you want, let's see. Which boyfriendo? Let me look for boyfriendos. Let me go here. This is where the boyfriendos are. The god dude. Okay.
All the things you have to do and places
Oh, my
you need
bad.
to be this spring break.
Get out of here. Okay. Toka. Toka. Huh. Do I not have Toka? All right. We're going to do this on the fly. Give me a second. Toka. 9 rip. I guess I never got him. Oops. Oops, my bad. All good, all good. We will. Okay, where are ya? Where are you? Okay. KKK. Sorry, not KKK, but okay is what I meant. All right, here we go. This you. Okay, save image as. No. No. I need PNG. Sorry, we're doing this on the fly. I never, PNG. Here we go. Rice cooker. Oh! I took a picture of one. Yeah. Time for the Toka Poka. Yeah. A Pikachu. Yes, yes. Rothy, I saw the exact same one. Yeah. It looks super cute. Toka nuts. Indeed. It looks really stinking cute. I'll post a picture. I'll post a picture later. But it's pretty dang cute, man. All right, save image as. All right, here we go. Put it in the boyfriendos folder. 9 rip. Boop. Okay. I guess I didn't make one for him because I didn't realize that he was gonna be a boyfriend for a long time, and now here we are. 9 rip Toka. No, not a folder. Plus source. Like I said, we're doing this on the fly. Image. Peeking behind the curtain, y'all. Okay. 9 rip Toka. I hope y'all have had a good week. My week has been all right. Toka. All right. He big. Hey, big. Hold on. Shrink you down. Alrighty. There we go. Look, two pink hair pals. Okay, I'm gonna put him. I'll make him bigger and then put him behind me. Make his face as big as mine. I don't want my face bigger than his. Here we go. He all up in my face. Sounds about right. Yeah, he's cute. Oh, Mochi. Mochi's jealous. Why are you so jelly, Mochi? There we go. Hi, Mochi. Hi. It's because somebody's walking their dog. Okay. All right. Your 10-minute timer starts now. Thank you so much for your patience. Yeah. My week has been all right. It's been busy but good. Oh. Let me do a quick vent though. Okay. Let me see. I'm gonna let me try and edit this in my brain a little bit so that I'm not like saying anything like super revealing, but like let's see. Basically, yeah, venting is very venting very sus. No. So the thing that's sus is like, basically, we have been advocating for something. Basically, a way to be able to like share our thoughts around a very specific topic. And we've been asking for this for years. And finally, they did it, but I feel like it feels like malicious compliance. So, it's just kind of like if you ask for something, it's like, hey, we'll just pretend it's a post. It's like, hey, can you make a poster? Can you make a OSHA safety poster? And they're just like, okay, sure. And it's like, hey, where's that poster? And then like years go by, and it's like, and then you ask in front of like the company lawyer, and it's like, hey, we have been requesting an OSHA poster for a while, and any chance we're gonna get it? And then they're just like, oh yeah, we'll get it. And then they finally gave it, but it's like, it's real like Chat GPT, right? It's just kind of like, oh, like none of these OSHA rules make any sense. Mochi. I know, that's how I feel too, Mochi. Yeah, like it was whack. It was whack. It was to the point where other people reached out to me and they're just like, yo, I just saw this. Like, are you seeing this too? And I was like, I know. Mochi, you leave it, please. It's okay. Thank you. They're just walking. They're walking here. So, yeah. Anyways. But allegedly, you can submit feedback. And so I did. Yeah. I wrote pretty scathing feedback. It is allegedly anonymous. Even if it weren't, though, I will stand by my words. Honestly, I'm pretty identifiable. So... They're like, that Lolli again, saying things that make fucking sense. Yeah. I gotta say, like, it's very specific people. It's not my whole company. I clearly love my company. I definitely love my immediate team and many of my, closely aligned teams. But there are just select amount of people that it's just kind of like, ugh. Yeah. And yeah, New Yorker confirmed. Yeah, you got me. It's the red herring docs. But yeah. So anyways, that happened, and if you're not laughing, you're crying. Oh my gosh. 1 second, let me sort this dog out. Hey! Come here. Come. Why don't you go lay in your dog bed? Why don't you lay in this one that you can't look out the window? Oh, go on. I love you. Yeah, we're fine. We're fine. Oh, you real good at those? Nice. Yeah, no, like I said, it's all good. Thankfully, I like enough about the rest of my job that this is like a very small, like, what a goofy thing. I did feel very vindicated though, that other people were just like, is this like, are we all in agreement that this is done? This is stupid, right? And it's like, yay. It's not just me being like incensed about it, So that was good. But yeah, that's what happened. But otherwise, all good. But yeah, and then my friend messaged me today and she was just kind of like, hey, like, can we just end the week now? Like, let's just all get Friday off. Like, I'm done mentally, physically with this week. Let's go. And I was like, yeah, I think everybody needs to be in agreement. Let's just start the weekend now, shall we? Yeah. All right. Speaking of the weekend, not the weekend. Speaking of getting started, I do have weekend brain. All right. We're going to start the game. Cherry Blossom Festival near you this weekend. Ah, Green Yoshi, are you gonna go? Oh, that sounds so good. That'll be so pretty. You took our hour away. Why not take the whole damn rest of the week, right? Oh my gosh. Green Yoshi, are you gonna go? Loud. Okay. Yeah. Yes, your friends and you are going. Yay! Awesome, awesome. Well, I'm so glad. Yay. That should be a lot of fun. I hope so. I hope they'll have... I saw something really cool. My friend sent me this today. Let me see. Let me check it real quick. It's like a... Not that. Oh, man. It's like a mead company. They're coming out with like a cherry blossom like seasonal flavor. It looks like the can looks really cute, and it looks like it'll be good. So, yay! Yeah, I think today was supposed to be like free. Like, I don't know if y'all have Dairy Queens like in your town, but like they're doing like a free dipped cone or something like that. So I might do that after stream. Yeah. Yeah, such a good idea. You're stealing that when you get moved out? Nice. All right. Stealing what? Stealing the ice cream? Continue. Okay, we're on chapter 4. Yes. All right, let me get my tutorial up so we can make good choices. Okay, chapter 4. All right. Oh, sorry. Did we do anything Tuesday? St. Patrick's. I had a St. Patty's margarita. So, cherry blossom mead. Yeah. It looks like it'll be really good. Yes, I had a St. Patty's margarita. So it was just a margarita with like Midori in it. So it was bright green. It was pretty good. Yeah. And then, but that's probably the only like St. Patty's thing that I did. Deku. Mm-hmm. And then, and usually I like to flip-flop it, because like any Irish pubs are like super full on St. Patty's Day. And so I flip-flop Cinco de Mayo and St. Patty's Day. So previously it's just like I go get my fajitas on St. Patty's Day, and then I go to an Irish pub on Cinco de Mayo. It just works out better. I can get a table. I'm still festive. It's totally fine. All right. What happened last time? We've kind of tricked ourselves into being like, we're going to do what our mom wants us to do. And all of our spirit guardians are just kind of like, no, Lolli, no. So, holiday maxin, exactly. Yeah. So they've all given me their input, and they're just like, no. So. All right. Thank you again, Carrie, for your redemption. That was 10 minutes Toka time. It's morning. I kept waking up throughout the night, and before I knew it, sunlight was filtering through the curtains. Wouldn't it be great if I really could decide things on my own, like Yukimaru said? That's right. He pretended to be, or like, he met our mom as a, like, person. And was just like, oh yeah, I've been like, giving your daughter guidance and stuff. But Mom's sad expression. Toka said I'm misinterpreting it. What does that mean? Did I make a mistake? Toka time works like hammer space, but time. or hammer time. Yeah. Toka time. Do 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 Toka time. Oh, 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 oh. What should I do? I can't keep thinking about this. Lying in bed, my mind replayed yesterday's events over and over. Can't ghost this. Oh, I love it. That's so good. That's so good. Can't ghost this. Wow. Very nice. Very nice. Unable to relax, I decided to get up. It was my day off, so I went for a walk to clear my head. I breathed in the fresh morning air. Great band, better live. Really? This feels nice. Ah! Yukimaro suddenly appeared out of nowhere. Mochi got scared too. Mochi got spooked by Yukimaro. Aye, leave it. None of that now. Yeah, Ghost is amazing. Oh, I thought you meant MC Hammer. Sorry. Got it. Okay. That's right. You sent us a song recently. Yeah. I seriously wish he'd stop doing that. I gave him a harsh look, and his expression immediately turned somber. Sorry, gotta sort out a Mochi. She upset. The weather's nice, so a lot of people walking their dog. We went for a really nice walk yesterday. I mean, we did some backyard time today, but we went on a big walk around the neighborhood and the adjoining neighborhood. I walked by a house, and it was weird because it was just like, you are now being filmed. And it's like, okay. I'm not even, like, I wasn't even, like, on the same side of the street. That's, like, a strong camera. Yeah. So, I was, like, maybe mid-street at most, because it was definitely one where it's just like, where'd that come from? Yeah, the playlist was, that was the ritual they did that you made it to. I see. It's okay. I get it. At first, I was shocked and more than a little upset. But I can't deny your words made me happy. Yukimaro helped me envision a new future. I could tell that he wanted me to enjoy my life. Hearing you talk about my life like that, it made me feel happy, truly. And I actually would love to follow a path like the one you described. I smiled, then quickly hid my face from view. But I'm worried about Mom. It still seems like she's chasing after my dad somehow. I want her to be able to move forward. And I was hoping my going into the medical field could inspire her to do that. Yukimaro gently lifted my chin up with his fan. She looked so sad, though. Yeah, I heard her say that, but I doubt she really meant it. Toka had said something similar. Would it really be okay? Can I really choose my own path? You really think I can choose my own path? Like my mom said? I looked up at Yukimaru, who smiled back at me. Oh. Oh no! Dog shit audio from my Switch is... Give me a second. Let me see what I can do about that. Is that kind of the consensus for everyone else too? What did I do last time? I feel like I had to do a restart last time. Chotomate. Let me see. I've got one audio source off. Okay. Kind of sound like it's not plugged all the way in. Okay. Okay, that's helpful information. You weren't paying attention as long as you can hear me. I appreciate that. Let me see. Let me let me just tighten all the cords, like, you know, make sure everything's fully plugged in. Unplugged and plugged the thing back in. You remember the sounds of me fiddling with my microphone at the start of stream. That's about right. Oh, that's bad. Now it's not like reading my thing. Cool. All right, chotobate. Give me a second. Wait, no. Let me go back. Gaming. Game capture. Okay. Bloop, bloop, doo, 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 doo. Let's see, studio mode is that. Okay, edit. Okay. Ooh, okay. Sorry, give me a second while I... I'll give you some elevator music. Boop. All right. Who activate? Is this gonna be crazy? Activate? Hey, okay. Better? Okay. Okay. Things are back. That's something. Still garbled audio. I appreciate y'all troubleshooting with me. It's just unfortunate because I don't always actively hear the same things. Like, it works on my machine. You know? Let's see. Still no audio. Like, no audio at all now?
M 当たり前じゃ。主様の人生なのだからな。
Yeah, no, that's a problem. Like, it went from garbled bad audio to no audio, and that's not what I want. How do real streamers do this? All right. Okay, well, I think I leave. For you, it was bad, only bad when he spoke, but that was good. Wait, so you're hearing it? Carrie, you're hearing the sound, but Surrounded by Perverts is not hearing the sound. It's fine for the most part. So you are hearing it, though? That's what I'm unclear about. Like, not my audio. My audio, it sounds like y'all can hear me just fine. Just now, Yukimaru spoke. Tell you what, give me a second. I'm gonna open this on my computer, like open up a tab. Okay, you hear game music. Okay. Got it. Yeah, game audio was too. You mentioned that before. I feel like I've got it like the bar really high. So let me see what I can do about that. Properties. Because it's tough because like once because the music is always blaring, but like the opening song, you know, you do hear the game. Okay. All right, I appreciate that. Yeah, sorry about that, y'all. Thank you. I'm still an amateur. Okay. At last, my heart began to feel lighter. It had been weighed down all this time, but finally, I felt like I was starting to see a way forward.
まだ不安なことはあるが、我らがおるのだ。安心せ。
おい、我らってのはなんだよ。
I had turned to face the voice behind me and found Koharu standing nearby. These guys seriously appear out of nowhere.
まさか俺を当てにしてねえだろうな。
何を言うておる。我らはチーム主様だと語り合ったではないか。
語り合ってねえ。勝手に話を作るな。
そんなこと言って主様のことを気にかけているくせに。
Thank you so much, Surrounded by Perverts. Appreciate it, and thank you everyone for the feedback. I really appreciate it. Because like I said, in my headphones, it seems fine enough, but like, you know, y'all telling me helps a lot. Oh, real quick. Take a little side note, real quick. I posted the 9-Rip sequel trailer that dropped. Oh my gosh. Koharu looks really, he's like wearing like it looks like a little leather jacket or something like that. He looks very handsome in his like street clothes in the sequel. And then Kureha, our red boy, best boy red boy, he's wearing like kind of a cool looking, you know, he's got some cool drip going on too. So 10-Rip, yeah. 9-Rippier. And then the threequel will be 9-Rippiest. Something like that. Yeah. Okay. But I'm excited. Sounds like we got time. Sounds like we will finish this before that would come out, so.
んなことあるわけねえだろうが。
それじゃあユウがたたってる相手に卵焼きなんて作ってやるかの
Night ripped. Koharu was speechless and turned to glare at me.
くそ。おい犬、面倒な座敷わらしにさっさと消えてもらえ。命令だ。
What? That's not fair. Koharu seemed rather upset, while Yukimaru took my hand as if to protect me.
主様が夢を見つけられるよう助力する。それこそが主様の座敷わらしとしてすべきこと。
Truthfully, I was grateful for his sentiment. But this whole thing made me feel like I was getting pulled in two opposite directions. I what? Alright, chapter 4. Here we go. That's my spirit guardian! And that's why you're my guardian spirit. I turned and smiled at Yukimaru. His face lit up with joy upon seeing my smile. No.
それでこそ我が主様じゃ。
Aw, cutie! Cutie! Hey! I was both surprised and embarrassed by his sudden closeness. Too close, too close!
無理じゃ。嬉しくて感情が抑えきれないのだ。だって初めて認めてくれたのだぞ。この我が主様の座敷わらしであると。主様、必ずや幸せにしてみせるぞ。たとえ何年かかってでも。
I can't spend too much time thinking about this. Besides, you can't stick around here forever, you know.
主様が何と言おうとそうするのじゃ。
Wow. He's the same as ever. But thank you. I haven't felt this positive in a long time. Please keep watching over me.
なんと嬉しい言葉の嵐。
Yukimaru's face flourished with delight as his face came even closer to mine. I could almost feel his breath. As he got close, suddenly, Yukimaru was yanked away. Koharu stood there, visibly upset, holding Yukimaru by the collar.
てめえ、今何しようとした？あ？
Koharu looked agitated, but Yukimaru puffed out his chest defiantly.
そんなの接吻に決まっておる。嬉しい気持ちが溢れて止まらなくなったのだ。
Oh, he tried to bus us! This isn't even your playthrough. You can't go bussing. You can't go bussing here and there. Stay in your lane. Keep your bus in your lane. A bus? You mean a kiss? What is he trying to pull here?
海外ドラマでよくあるだろう。感極まってキャスをする場面が。
Kiss! Kiss!
海外ドラマでよくあるだろう。感極まってキャスをする場面が。
Have some courtesy. I don't know. Yeah, save some kisses for the rest of them.
てめえは日本のあやかしだろうが。変なところ真似しようとするんじゃねえ。頭を冷やせ。
Guys? You remember we're outside, right? I look like a crazy person talking and laughing by myself. I realized how strange I must have appeared. I was grateful it was a weekend and there weren't that many people around. After my comment, they both disappeared in a cloud of smoke. They then reappeared, transformed into humans.
これでよいな。さて、どこに行くのだ？
目的も知らずに化けたのかよ。
己も同じ行動をとっているのを忘れておらぬか？
どこ行くんだよ。
Just a casual stroll. I'm fine alone, really. Imagine looking out the window and they do that. Ooh, yeah. We're like, Then you just slowly close your curtain and be like, I didn't see that. I didn't see that. Oh, you thought it was a gunshot? Thankfully not. Yeah. These are the streets of Japan. I felt guilty seeing them expend energy to transform, but I wanted to be honest. America Core. Yeah. Man. I'll be off then, okay? I turned and started walking away from them. I said I was fine alone, right? Yet when I turned around, Yukimaru and Koharu were trotting along behind me. I stopped and turned to face them. Why are you guys following me?
主様の行くところどこでもついていくと言ってあったではないか。これを言うのは3回目だぞ。
He's always so literal.
俺は散歩が好きだからってだけだ。気にするな。
Amid our conversation, a dog's bark drew near. It was Sayaka with her family dog, Tonoda-maru. The two of them came running over.
はよう。あなたが朝ここにいるなんて珍しい。
Good morning. Felt like taking a walk today. Hi there, Tonoda-maru. I greeted Tonoda-maru and he responded with lively barks.
殿田丸どこじゃ
Yukimaru looked around, surprised. Not the anime character. It's the name of Sayaka's dog.
なんとワンコの名前大層な名をもらいよって
Yukimaru observed Tonoda-maru curiously.
小春さんですよね。昨日はどうも。
ああ、ここで会うとは奇遇だな。
Koharu chuckled nervously, taking a step back from Sayaka. I know, bless. He's like, oh my gosh, this girl. Yeah, he did back away. Sayaka's intense, and he sees her every day. Yeah, because she summons him every day without knowing. I wonder what she's been asking the spirit board.
ねえ、またもやイケメンが増えてるんだけど。
Sayaka whispered to me. Oh, that's Yukimaru. He's a friend of Koharu's. Koharu glared, but I ignored him. I couldn't think of any other way to introduce him. Meanwhile, Yukimaru was...
お主は殿田丸を見たことあるかあれはとても良いアニメなのだぞ
I kind of want that for her. I think Sayaka and Koharu would be a very sweet but funny pairing. I think that as much as he's like annoyed by her, like, I don't know, I've read enough manga that's like not a terrible recipe, right? He talks about that anime, how you talk about One Piece.
そうかそうかまったく過方者め
Oh, I heard some news about a give me a second. Let me put this in couch mode. I heard that they are talking about a Samurai Champloo live action. I'm tickled by this idea. I hope if they do it well, I think I'd be super excited. I think that there's a lot of things they could do to make it real special. If Shinichiro Watanabe was part of it, I think that would be like number one. Because I found out that he was not part of the Cowboy Bebop live action. So yeah, the music needs to be right. Well, and here's the thing. You could bring back most of the artists that did the original songs. You can't bring back Nujabes, the rest in peace Nujabes. But you could bring back all the people who collabed with Nujabes. And I think that could still make it a very, very special thing. Yeah. They kiss for the first time, and she goes to the spirit board to be like, I just kissed a hottie. He spooks her into dropping the coin and shows up out of the board. Yeah. Or he's like privy to a lot of like information, you know? Like, she'd be like, they go on dates, and she's like, am I gonna lose my V card tonight? And he's like, yeah. Maybe. But yeah, no, sorry, going back to the Samurai Champloo, I think if they're really mindful about like casting Mugen correctly, because like even within the animation, Mugen, you know, is from a, you know, a kind of somewhat ostracized, or like, you know, is from a different region. So like yeah, so I think they can't just like generally, you know, like the casting is gonna matter. The casting always matters. But like I said, if Shinichiro Watanabe is part of it, I think I'll feel a little bit better, because like I really wanted to like Cowboy Bebop. It has a very like nostalgic, you know, place, and a like happy place in my heart. And the live action, I definitely felt like it was clearly a love letter to Cowboy Bebop, but I feel like there were just some big misses for me that I was just kind of like, oh. And it's too bad, because I like I said, I really wanted to like it. I like John Cho a lot. I know he worked really hard to like bring life to Spike. I really like the casting for Jet. Actually, I think that, you know, it felt right. But I think the big miss for me was I'm gonna say Vincent, but I know it's not Vincent. Give me a second. What's main baddie's name? It's not Vincent, but I feel like it's Vicious. Vincent is like, when he has to go get a job, he's like, well, I can't just be vicious on my CV. Yeah. I got it, but could you imagine? Be like, we have a new hire. No. It's vicious. I got stuck on V, but it's vicious in the. Isn't Vincent from the movie? Oh, I don't remember. Knocking on Heaven's Door? I don't remember. I want to say no. The only Vincent that is like, you know, solidified in my mind is Final Fantasy Vincent. Yeah. But anyways, I don't feel like Vicious was like the call for me. Yeah, so that was kind of a bummer. And so it made it very difficult. Like, I don't think I finished Cowboy Bebop. And again, I really wanted to like it, because like I said, it's very clear there was still a lot of care put into a lot of things. But yeah, you were right. Vincent is the villain from the movie. I see. Yeah, so like I said, just kind of a bummer. So I hope that, and I heard later that Shinichiro Watanabe did not give did not fully give his blessing on the Cowboy Bebop live action. So yeah. Yes, I do mean Matthew Mercer. That Vincent. Exactly. I heard him tell a story about how he found out he was going to get the voice for it. And it was actually a really sweet story. Like, basically, you know, he had come in and they're just like, hey, we just need to do a couple of lines. We want to, you know, we'll probably cast you for a lot of like little things too. Like, you know, and so he's just like reading something, and on his computer that has the prompts of like what to say and stuff like that, it started doing like the little like window X pop-ups, and he's just like, oh, something's happening, you know. And so he's like in the sound booth, and he's just like, oh, something's happening with the screen, I don't understand. And then it went all black, and then all of a sudden they had done this on purpose. Like they made it like, you know, glitch that way, and then a video appeared, and they That's when he found out who he was playing. Yeah. Mr. High Noon. A man of many talents. Yeah. So, all right. Like I said, I hope it goes well. So, Yukimura seemed to be talking with Tonodamaru. He's a bit unique. Isn't that right, Koharu?
ああ、そうだな。日本一変わった男だ。
殿だまると会話してくれて嬉しいよ。
Or what if it were different? Yeah.
そうだ。あなたに渡したいものがあったんだ。はい、これ。
Sayaka handed me something from her pocket. Is this a good luck charm?
つくも神社で買ったんだ。一緒に聖銀大学に受かるように神頼み。
Oh. That's right. I need to tell Sayaka my decision. She seems so excited, and I really didn't want to ruin her enthusiasm, but I have to tell her. Sayaka, I'm sorry. I've decided to think things over a bit more.
どういうこと？
Sayaka's smile faded. I know I told you I wanted to go to Seigin, but I want to think about it more. Oh, you think that's what the screen said after it went black? I see. I want to take some time and find the school and job that's right for me. I'm sorry for changing my mind. I know you were so excited yesterday. Sayaka from Madoka Magica. No, thankfully. Thankfully, we're mostly safe. Not fully. She's usually safe, but yeah. Not Madoka. Sayaka's expression grew somber, but I knew telling her was the right thing to do. And once I started, it all kind of came out. I had a feeling that Sayaka would be upset, but I thought she'd get over it quickly.
こうなるって、なんとなくわかってた。
No. Sayaka spoke softly, looking down. Sayaka?
こうなるんじゃないかって思ってたんだ。だって昨日のあなたの様子おかしかったもん。無理してお母さんに合わせて決めたんでしょ。
Well,
だからね、私あなたが進路を変えないようにあなたの気持ちを見ないふりしていた。目いっぱい喜んだり一緒に通うって強調して、そのお守りも。
Sayaka's shoulders shook as she struggled to get the words out. I reached out to her when she suddenly snapped her head back up to look at me.
あなたは勝手だよ。自分だけで決めようとしていて何も相談してくれないから。だから。
Sayaka picked up Tonodamaru and ran away from me. Her emotions were so raw, I couldn't bring myself to call her to come back. I haven't seen Sayaka look so upset since... It was our first year of junior high, when she didn't fit in with her classmates. She got so lost in her own head, she started skipping class. Nobody knew where she went. When I went out to look for her, I ended up finding her, but... It was then that I realized how fragile her emotions could be. And now, when I thought about my future...
何年か前、今みてえな顔で俺を呼び出したことがあったな。
When we were in junior high, about 4 years ago, right?
ああ。どうしたら友達から無視されないかってな。
Oh.
明確な答えがあるもんじゃねえから答えてやれなくてな。
Koharu gazed in the direction Sayaka had run off to. Anger flicked in his eye.
あの時、お前があいつに手を差し伸べたのを俺は知っている。
You've been watching this whole time?
俺はそんなに暇じゃねえよ。
He spoke coldly, then gently ruffled my hair.
お前ならあいつの考えていることがわかるんじゃねえか。
I pondered deeply about it. My actions had driven Sayaka away. After all, to her I was... I was her emotional support. I've always been Sayaka's emotional support. It's kind of like I have to be there for her. I was filled with mixed emotions as I spoke. Sayaka was a dear friend, so being there for her came naturally to me. Yukimaru, who had been silent until that point, suddenly spoke up.
先ほどの娘が言っていたことも一理あるのだ。主様は一人で抱え込むところがあるという点においてな。周りに心配をかけまいとしているのかもしれないが、それは違う。主様が大切だからこそ話してほしいと思うものじゃ。力になりたいと思っている姉上、こうなのだと決めつけてしまっていた母上、寂しさを抱える友人と、まあ我が観察した程度ゆえ定かではないが。
雪丸の言う通りかもな。周りはお前が考えるよりもお前を思っている。
Realizing my mistake, I couldn't say anything. I hung my head in shame. Then I felt a kind hand cup my shoulder.
今気づけてよかったな。
With that, he began to walk away.
そろそろ帰るぞ。帰ったら卵焼き作ってやる。ほら、お前も行くぞ。殿田丸とかいうアニメ見るんだろ。
Shame!
おお、そうであった。今日は土曜日だからスペシャルだと告知されておったのを忘れておった。
I stood there for a moment, watching the two of them chatter back and forth before running to catch up with them. Koharu's right. I'm glad I realized this now. I'll patch things up with Sayaka, and we can figure things out together. I resolved not to bottle things up anymore and decided to move forward. Well, we got Yukimaru's perspective. Despite watching Tona Damaru in the living room, I couldn't stop thinking about Master.
我が主様は愛しの主様じゃ。
I found myself murmuring those words. Honestly, this was the first time I'd been able to fulfill my role as a guardian spirit so well. Previously, people didn't take me seriously, or they wished I would leave. That was terrible. But this time, I was determined to succeed. I have to succeed. I've committed to making her happy. As much as I wanted to do that as her guardian spirit, I felt like it might also be because it's Lolli. Yet, the Sayaka situation was somewhat concerning. It seemed that her career path moving forward was far from settled. Lost in thought, I suddenly gasped.
おっと、いけないいけない。今は目の前の殿田丸に集中せねば。
After returning home, I found that Mom and my sister had already left for work. I quickly washed my face and entered the living room. Yukimaru was on the sofa, intently watching TV, with Toka right beside him.
これ、トーカ殿。そのように前で見られると見えぬではないか。だって、雪丸さんの隣だとうるさいんですもん。
I smiled, amused by their interaction and by the fact that I was getting used to their presence. Oh, that smell. The aroma of miso soup wafted through the air. I followed the scent and found Koharu in the kitchen, finishing up breakfast.
あ？この皿に乗っているもんはなんだ？これも温めていいんだよな。
Thanks, Koharu. Please, let me help. When I entered the kitchen, I saw that Koharu had nearly finished everything. On the table before me was an elaborate breakfast.
もう終わってるからさっさと座れ。冷めちまうぞ。
I'm sorry for making you do all this.
お前のためじゃねえ。料理をするのが好きってだけだ。ほら、しっかり食え。
ではいただくとしようかの。
As if appearing out of nowhere, Yukimura was already at the table, ready to eat. He's so fast. I thought he was watching TV in the other room. You want miso soup? But Koharu swiftly pulled the plate of tamagoyaki away from Yukimura.
お前のために作ったわけじゃねえ。
腹が減っては主様を幸福にできぬ。
甘ったれなこと言うな。幸福にしてから勝利の味を噛みしめろ。
I chuckled as I watched the sparks fly between them as I sat down to eat. How were those ramen bowls I made? Let's see. Well, I think I took a picture of the one I made the other night on stream with everyone. Like, well, y'all couldn't see it, but I was making it in the background. The ramen was good. The ramen was good. It was not beautiful, but it was good. It was a lot of sodium. Probably. Yeah, so I haven't made ramen since, but the other night, what did I end up eating? I don't know what I had last night. Yesterday was Wednesday? Is today Wednesday? Yesterday was Wednesday. What did I eat yesterday? I don't know. Oh, I know what I made. I made a butter noodle pasta. No, that was the night before. I had a butter noodle pasta with scallops. Oh, the other day I made a lobster mac and cheese. That was pretty dope. I was very happy with that. I did not get sick. I was worried that it was like, maybe it's cheese. Nope, something else. So, I will see. Now, I highly doubt I can finish all of this on my own.
さすが主様だの。いただいたものはありがたく遠慮せずに腹に収めよう。
たく、お前甘すぎるぞ。こいつにはもっと厳しくした方がいい。
Toka, drawn by the lively atmosphere, floated over to the table and squinted his eyes as he stared down at the table. Then he pointed his finger to one of the plates.
久しぶりに見たです。姉上の作ったもの。
Yummy! Ugh! Toka's words caught me off guard, and I nearly choked on my food.
主様、ほれ、水じゃ。あまり急いで食べるのは良くないぞ。
It's not that. I'm just surprised my sister cooked.
なるほど、それか。一品だけ、色もだが、形状もおかしいから出そうか迷ったんだが、テーブルの上にメモがあってな。
Koharu brought over the note, and I realized it was a message from my sister.
我が愛しの妹へ、翼ちゃん特製のお料理だよ。これを食べれば心も体も幸せってもんよ。残さず食うんだぞ、翼。
Oh, our sweet sister. At the bottom, there was an addition.
気持ちだけ受け取っておきなさい。
Aw, Mom. But Tsubasa asked me to eat all of it.
姉上なりにあなたのことが気になっているです。
He's right. It was no doubt my sister's way of trying to support me in my career struggles. And also in Mom's anxiety about me. But her cooking... I peered down at what appeared to be some sort of omelet. My heart was warmed by her concern. I don't know if I have the courage to eat it.
小春さん、
お料理が好きなら姉上の手料理は食べておいた方がいいです。この世のものとは思えない体験ができるですから。
Yeah, now we feel guilty about abandoning our family in those other timelines. Yeah, I agree. I would feel pretty bummed out. No, you really shouldn't. It's...
見た目で決めつけちゃいけねえ。どれ。
Oh no, wait! He took a bite before I could stop him. Koharu coughed, clearly wounded by the dish. Wounded. Dun dun.
なんてこりゃ。
Koharu turned blue and fainted. Yeah, it's cute.
はあ、あやかしを混沌させるとは姉上はただものではないの。
Indeed, he died twice. Exactly. Hey, this isn't funny. Koharu, can you hear me? Are you all right?
大丈夫ですよ。少ししたら元気になるです。
Sheesh, Toka. My sister's cooking may not be hazardous to a spirit's health, but it wouldn't be a pleasant dining experience. I sighed at Toka's insensitivity. After the chaos of the morning, I retreated to my room and browsed various colleges online. So many colleges, so many potential things to study, so many various certifications. My eyes were unfocused as I continued to scroll. My thoughts drifted to Sayaka. I tried calling her, but she didn't pick up, and the messages I sent received no reply. The way we left things yesterday made me anxious. Maybe I should try dropping by her place.
集中できておらぬと見えるぞ。
Yukimura observed, his face peering into my field of vision. I can't stop thinking about Sayaka. I glanced over at the charm she had bought on my desk. As I went to pick it up, Yukimura placed his hand over mine. His hand was large, making my heart flutter, but he seemed focused on the charm.
ふむ。迷いと少々の邪気を感じるの。これを送る際、さやか殿は不安定だったと見える。
Unstable? Sayaka's words echoed in my mind. That's why I pretended not to notice. I didn't want you to change your mind. That's why I acted so excited before. Why I pushed for us to go together. Why I bought you that charm. This charm was meant to keep me tied to our original plan.
物にも魂のようなものが宿るというが、これはまだそのような状態にない。主様がどのような心持ちで扱うかによって気も変わる。
In that case, I'll take good care of it. I wanted this charm to be a positive force. And just like that, an idea struck me. I know. I should get Sayaka a gift. I'll pick something out for her and then drop by her place. That's perfect. I'm going to head out.
天気が良いのだから気分転換もよしであるな。
Yukimura encouraged me with a smile, and I quickly prepared to leave. As I left, I realized the house was empty. Everyone else must have plans today. In that case, I should head out too. Alright, we're going to probably Tsukumo Shrine. I would guess, yes, correct. I walk over to Tsukumo Shrine and notice someone sitting near the offering box. Oh, it's Toka. The shrine was empty, so I approached him. He noticed me and glanced up.
外でも会えるなんて、今日の僕はついてるです。
Yes, it's a very nice surprise. Toka's cheeks flushed red at my words.
嬉しいって思ってくれるなんて、今日の僕はつきまくりです。
Gosh, he's so cute. I wouldn't exactly call it luck.
でも、一人で神社に来るなんて珍しいですね。 だいたいさやかさんと一緒なのに。
I wanted to buy a good luck charm for her. Would you mind helping me pick one out, Toka?
僕がですか？
I think a charm picked out by a god would be extra lucky. Then I quickly gasped. Perhaps he would think I was using his status as a god for selfish reasons. Sorry, that was rude. Forget I said anything. Yukimaru trying to steal us from the Toka route, yeah.
嬉しいのです。あなたのお役に立てるよう頑張って選ばせていただきます。
Toka wasn't offended by my request, but I still felt bad about it.
前に言ったですが、天狗は煙たがられる存在で、だから信仰してくれる人間も少なくて。
Toka's melancholic smile tugged at my heart. He's seen as a nuisance because he burdens people. He did try to have me spirited away once, but I think I'm beginning to understand him. He's actually a very caring god.
だからあなたの言葉が嬉しかったです。ご利益があるなんてあまり言われない言葉なので。
His look of genuine happiness made my guilt melt away, my chest filled with a kind of gentle joy. I smiled back and he swiftly transformed into a human.
どんなお守りがあるか二人で見に行くです。
Okay, and thank you. Toka took my hand, and though I was surprised at first, I quickly wrapped my hand around his as well. Toka picked out a good luck charm for relationships.
恋人ができるようにとこれを選ぶ人は多いですが、本来縁結びとは人と人とのつながりが幸福であふれますようにという願いが込められたお守りなのです。
Oh, I didn't know that. It sounds perfect for Sayaka and me. As Toka spoke about the charm, the clerk at the shrine's shop smiled.
あら、あなた若いのにそんなことよく知ってるわね。偉いわ。
ひひ、当然なのです。
I wonder if she'd believe it if we told her Toka is a god. After buying the charm, the two of us left Tsukumo's shrine. Thank you so much, Toka. I just know Sayaka's going to love this.
お役に立てて光栄です。
Not really sure how to take being told that by a god. I chuckled awkwardly, but Toka seemed unfazed. Then he tugged gently at my sleeve.
もう少しおしゃべりしたいです。
Of course. I could never say no to you. I'm heading to Sayaka's now. How about we talk along the way? Would that be all right? Doing a little walk and talk?
それこそダメなんて絶対ないです。
The two of us began chatting together as we walked towards Sayaka's. The more I talked with Toka, the more he surprised me. Perhaps because, as a god, he was all-knowing, but the breadth of his knowledge continued to amaze me. Oh, that's right. There was something I wanted to ask him. What was it again? What am I gonna ask him? I'm gonna ask him about likes. A part of me thinks I shouldn't, but curiosity got the best of me and I had to ask. Toka? What kind of things do you like?
あなたです。
Oh, just as I thought. Let me change the subject.
照れてるですね。僕の溢れんばかりの愛に。
I think we talked about this before in the goblin lonely guardian, the K-drama I mentioned. There's a character who does kind of a similar thing where they're like a side couple, but like the woman is just kind of like, okay, like we need to have a serious talk. Like tell me what things you like. And he goes, Sunny, that's her name. And she's just like, it's very sweet, very endearing. I like it. Super straightforward. I like it. Sincere. Check. Is there anything else you like besides me?
ないです。
Oh.
そんなくだらないこと聞かないでくださいです。 僕の愛を疑ってるですか？
The one about yeah. It's about a few things. It's about the Goblin Bride. They talk about reincarnations, but yeah, that's a pretty pivotal thing. But it's about a lot of things. Why is he scolding me? I'm sorry. This is annoying. I'll just apologize. I think I'm starting to understand you a little better now.
それならよかったです。今日も大好きなのですよ。
Oh. Well, thank you. I never wanted to ask Toka about what he liked or about me ever again. After I purchased a gift for Sayaka, I went to her place to visit her, but she wasn't home. Unable to get a hold of her, my fears began to fester inside of me. It's just like last time. I thought back to the time that Sayaka started skipping school. Last time I had looked everywhere for her, but was unable to find her. I need to find her. Toka,
人探しなら僕もお手伝いできるです。あのあやかしたちにも声をかけておくです。
Toka seemed to have figured it out by looking at me, and his words filled me with relief. Are you sure?
僕はもちろんですが、あのあやかしたちなら二つ返事で動くです。ずっと一緒にいたあなたならわかるはずです。
Toka was right. Knowing them, the two would agree to help right away. Still, I don't want to take advantage of them. Despite my reservations, I decided to accept their help and express my gratitude. Thank you, Toka. Please help me find her.
やった！
Did he say alrighty?
やった！
He just said alright, not alrighty, but okay. I watched as Toka started jumping up and down with joy.
ごめんなさい。今のは違うです。とりあえず急いでみんなに声かけてくるです。
Then, in a flash, Toka quickly flew off. Why did he seem so excited? After I searched several places I thought Sayaka might be, I ended up at a shop near the station. Suddenly, Koharu appeared, panting.
おい、いたぞ。学校だ。
Really? Thanks, Koharu. Seeing how exhausted he was, I realized just how hard they'd been searching. Filled with gratitude, I rushed toward the school. Together, Koharu and I ran to the school to find Toka and Yukimaru waiting for us at the school gate. I dashed into school, only then realizing I wasn't in my uniform. I can't worry about that now. If I bump into a teacher, I'll just say I forgot something. Yukimaru said she was in the library, so I dashed there as quickly as I could. Then, I found her. A wave of relief washed over me. She hadn't heard me come in and was standing by a nearby desk. I felt uneasy, but called out to her anyway. Sayaka! Sayaka leapt up in surprise. I approached her and saw her scramble together papers that were scattered all over the desk. What was she doing? Cursing me. She looked pale as she tightly gripped the torn pieces of paper.
どうしてここに来たの？
Just have a ghost wipe the memories of the teacher? I don't think that's how it works. I don't think they can Men in Black the teacher, but maybe. I was looking everywhere for you, Sayaka. What are you doing here? Sayaka looked down, silent. She's acting strange. She seemed scared, and I slowly approached her to give her the gift I'd just bought her. It was a charm, much like the one she'd given me from Tsukumo Shrine. I bought this for you, Sayaka. It's a charm from Tsukumo Shrine. But unlike the one you gave me, this one is for relationships. I looked over at Toka and he smiled. Feeling reassured by his smile, I continued. It's supposed to bring harmony to a relationship, to strengthen the bond between two people. I shared with her what Toka had told me about the charm, pouring my heart into the words as I spoke them. No matter where we go, no matter what happens, Sayaka, the bonds that tie us together will never be cut. I wasn't sure if I'd gotten through to her. Tatsuo, hi! 482! Bow, 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 bow. Very good! Congratulations! Keep up the excellent work. Gosh, has it been that long since I guess it's been a bit since we've gotten to see you. Because I remember we were just kind of like, do something special for 444. But she didn't respond to me. She just stared at the charm. Why won't she say anything? Thinking I'd made a mistake somewhere, my heart started to race. But I knew I couldn't back down. There were still things I needed to say, things I couldn't keep bottled up anymore. You see, I still haven't figured out what I want to do with my life, but I hope it's something we can talk about together. And I'd like it if you could help me figure out a future that suits me. Is that okay? As I spoke, Sayaka's eyes began to fill with tears. When I saw her tears, my anxiety grew.
ありがとう。でも、私、これを受け取る資格、ないよ。
What? Why would you say that? Sayaka took the torn up pieces of paper in her hand and spread them out across the desk. Lining up the pieces of paper, they spelled out a message. Don't separate me from Lolli.
願いを叶えるおまじない。あなたと離れたくなくて。
Sayaka?
やっている最中に感じたのは、自分の弱さ。新しい環境で、ちゃんとやっていけるか不安で、あなたに執着していたの。バカだよね。終わる頃には、何やってるんだろうって、後悔したし、自分が怖くなった。自分勝手な理由で、友達を振り回して。
As Sayaka opened up, her face started to crumple. The secret route is Sayaka. Actually, we just gave her a relationship charm, maybe. Maybe if this game is a little progressive, you know?
このおまじない、すごくよく聞くって、ネットに載っていてね。だから、私、とんでもないことしちゃったかもしれない。
Relatable, I see. With that, Sayaka burst into tears. Not knowing what to do, I merely stood there watching until I felt Koharu's warm hand on my shoulder.
そいつは何の効力もない。だから大丈夫だ。
Huh?
小春の言うように人間が考えた気休めじゃ。
Seriously? Despite Sayaka's convictions, I never put such faith into those online curses. Besides, if the spirits are saying it doesn't work, then there really must be nothing to it. Hey, Sayaka? This charm you cast. How should I tell her? Even if I tell her it's fine, I can't really explain to her how I know it'll be fine. As I tried to come up with the right words, Toka floated over to the table and pointed towards it.
そのおまじないってこれですよね。ここに書かれている手順と違うような。
His finger pointed towards Sayaka's phone, which displayed the ritual's instructions. I picked up her phone and looked over the instructions myself. So let's see. I finished reading the contents and asked Sayaka a question about them. Sayaka, can I ask? Why did you rip up the paper?
願いを書いた紙を破いておしまいって書いてあったから。
It doesn't say to rip it. It says to wipe it. Right here. It says to gently wipe it on the screen and it's done. I showed Sayaka her phone and she froze.
軽く破くのかと思ってた。
That doesn't even make sense. How do you lightly rip something? I couldn't help but laugh, and Sayaka started to blush.
だって考え事しながらだったから全然疑問に思わなかったっていうか。
Sayaka, for someone who likes the occult so much, how could you get this wrong? You dummy. She's like, now I'm really gonna curse you. Oh, I'm gonna curse you. Not to mention, you always get the details of our school ghost stories wrong too.
そんなに笑わないでよ。
Seeing us banter back and forth made me happy, but Sayaka still seemed somewhat awkward. Eventually, her face fell again, and I held out the charm for her. Here you go, Sayaka. You'll take it this time, right? She seemed to hesitate, but after staring at the charm for some time, she accepted it, tearing up as she did so.
ありがとう。
It's okay. Now stop crying, okay?
私、強くなれるようにするから。だから、友達でいてほしい。
Stay by my side forever. Yeah. And I'm gonna try and rely on you more, Sayaka. Nothing good comes from keeping all this stuff bottled up. Well, Sayaka, you suck at your hobby, but I accept you anyway. You better be grateful. I took a moment to glance over at the spirits who were watching the whole thing unfold. They all smiled. Sayaka wiped her tears, and I took a deep breath to collect herself. Oh, and took a deep breath to collect herself.
でも、本当におまじないが成功しなくてよかった。
I'd be fine even if you didn't. I don't believe in this stuff anyway.
あなたらしい。
With Sayaka smiling again, I finally felt at ease. I'm so glad. This is the one defining character trait you bother to remember about you. Be careful. Yeah. Even though I don't believe in spells, after everything that's happened, I might start paying a closer attention to Sayaka's stories. Besides, I now had first-hand knowledge that gods and spirits exist. Sayaka suggested that we both go straight to the faculty room afterwards. Despite it being a day off, our teacher was there. We had something we wanted to tell him.
休日だからといって私服で来るのはあまり良くないぞ。
Sorry, I was just in a rush and forgot to change.
先生、お願いがあるんです。私たちが提出していた進路希望調査票を返してもらえたらありがたいんですけど。
Sayaka seemed unable to contain her eagerness and blurted everything out. As she did, our teacher's eyes widened in surprise. He then let out a large laugh, and a look of relief crossed his face. Oh my, weekly TMI. You like 40% of the Earth. You like 40% of the Earth? Are you uneven? Let's say more. 40% of the Earth? Like, just the not water parts? The land parts? Asymmetrical? Oh, I, comma, like 40% of the Earth, am uneven. Ah, I see. Thank you, surrounded by perverts. You saying that made me say Carrie's statement lower in my head. Yeah, 40% of the population. Got it. Got it. Yes. That is a thing. That is a thing. Actually, there's a lot of people that don't have like true symmetry in their face. Like they did a computer like composite like graphic of people if you were to like just mirror image their face, and there's like a very uncanny valley kind of like aspect to it sometimes.
そう来るかと思って。ほら。
He handed us each a blank career path survey.
古い方はこっちで処理しておくから大丈夫だ。
Seems like the spirits aren't the only ones keeping a close eye on me. And then that teacher stalked her. Not the face. Face hasn't grown that much in the last almost 10 months. I see. Yeah. I'm sorry for the trouble. And thank you so much.
一式は意外じゃないが、飛騨はどうしたんだ。
and a symmetrical face. If I took a meat cleaver down the center of your skull, I'd have matching halves. That's very important. Oh boy. Is everything okay? This is an intervention surrounded by perverts. Sayaka glanced at me, then turned to face our teacher.
自分の希望じゃないって気づいたんです。だから行きたい学校を真剣に考えたいなって。
That's the line from Heathers the musical? Oh, I see. As she spoke, her eyes betrayed no sign of weakness or anxiety, but instead, hope. I'm so glad. I thought of going home with Sayaka, but she wanted to look over some school pamphlets, so we parted ways at school. I wanted to talk with her about my future, but more than anything, after everything that had happened, I just wanted to walk home with her. Tinged with a feeling of loneliness, I began to walk home alone. Ah! Home alone. Yukimaru and the others didn't come into the faculty room with us. I wonder where they went. I thought maybe they'd gone back home as I passed through the school gate. There, I found the three of them waiting for me.
主様、腹が減ったし、早く家に帰るぞ。
お前は食うことしか考えてねえのかよ。
Kevin! Oh, bless. We lost a legend, Catherine O'Hara. Kevin's mom. Also, Moira.
早かしのくせして規則正しく3食きっちり食べるなんて、ゆきまろさんおかしいです。
Tonotamaru! Hearing their usual banter, I laughed and ran towards them. Everyone. I bowed deeply to the three of them. Thank you so much for today. I looked up, seeing the faces I'd grown to love staring back at me.
礼には及ばぬ。主様の笑顔のためとあらば、たとえ空腹だろうが殿黙るだろうが、全速力で駆けつけるぞ。
お前が笑ってられるなら、それでいい。
その笑顔が見られるのなら、どんなことでもするです。
Oh, they're all so sweet. Hearing the three of them tell me how much they cared about me made me feel warm. And I realized I truly loved them. They were all my boyfriends. We have our polycule, my reverse harem. So much had happened. By the time I returned to my room, I was exhausted. I'm so glad I have tomorrow off too. I seriously need to think about my career path. Despite feeling tired, I felt as though an emotional weight had been lifted. I decided to take action and open my computer. Our boys. I'm so glad I spoke with Sayaka. If I hadn't gone looking for her and talked to her, it was dreadful to even think about what could have happened. Sayaka would have felt so guilty. I knew that spell wouldn't work on me, but Sayaka sure does believe in them. Curious, I opened my browser and searched for the word spell. Oh wow, there's so many. Surprised by the sheer number of results, I opened site after site. What am I doing? I don't have time for this. I need to be thinking about my future. The polycule with the critical mass carry, who is not part of the polycule, but if she leaves, the whole thing falls apart for some reason. Indeed, yeah. I took a deep breath, trying to refocus. All right. Just as I was about to start researching, I felt someone tap my shoulder.
あのあやかしたちに相談しなくていいです。
Toka appeared after he spoke. I'll consult them if I get stuck, but figuring out my future is probably something I need to do on my own. A load-bearing carry. Oh, that's... Interesting. 3 times. Feel like that's a bit of a charged sentence.
あ、そうですよね。でも、一人で考えても、今まで決められなかったですよね。
Says me, yeah. You got me there.
それなら、
Toka approached and placed his hand on my knee.
僕が手伝うです。あなたを一番見てきた僕なら、あなたに合うものがわかるかもです。
Oh, you'll do that? He nodded vigorously, and I considered his offer. If Toka really has observed me since I was young, he might actually know what suits me best. The idea of a god helping me figure out my future seemed like cheating. He did say he can't use his powers right now. I appreciate your offer, but is it alright for a god to favor a specific person so much? It was a question that had been on my mind for some time now. It wasn't as though he was using his god powers to help me, but I still wanted to know.
個人的な理由で力を使わなければ大丈夫なのです。だから僕はあなたに一切力は使わないです。
So, you mean you'll just give advice like you've been doing, and that's all?
ですです。天狗としての特別な力は封印するです。
Seal them? That sounds odd. But you said you couldn't use your powers on me anyway, right? His phrasing was suspicious. I'd figured his powers were already sealed.
あ、There
have been 3 polycules that you've been present for, the formation of, but not part of, which have fallen apart when you ended up not being around for literally a week. The magic is you, Carrie? I don't know. I feel like... Sometimes there are peacekeepers, you know? I remember feeling that way, that it was just kind of like... I feel like in my younger days that there were like certain I think this is more like friend groups where it's just kind of like, oh man, like if this person is this person it's not a buffer person, but like if this person wasn't around, I would not really have a very good time with this other person, right? But because that person was there, we were all able it was easier to banter around. A group leader, yeah. Critical mass carry. Am I the problem? Like I said, some people are peacekeepers, so yeah. I mean, because I have that where it's like I have certain friends that it's like, oh, they're very difficult in one-on-one situations. Like they're already small dose, I can only handle small doses of these folks already, so one-on-one is oh, this is a lot. But if there's someone else there, it's okay, cool, I am not this person's sole entertainment, we're fine. So yeah, you can't just laugh it off.
ごめんなさい。実はずっと嘘をついていたです。
That meant you could use your powers on me this whole time?
はい。じゃなかったら、あの時、あなたに神隠しのことを言っていなかったです。
Oh.
神隠しをご存知か。あの神主のおかげで、計画が台無しになってしまった。となれば、あのあやかしたちにかけるほかない。あのあやかしたちなら、あなたをいい方向に導くことができるかもしれないと。だが、やはり無理なようだ。
Back then, Yukimaru intervened, and during the chaos, Koharu pulled me away, helping me escape. So you're saying if Yukimaru and Koharu hadn't been there, I could have been spirited away? Toka nodded apologetically, and I leaned back in shock.
ああ、今はそのつもりがないので大丈夫です。そんな引かないでくださいです。
Okay, but it was a reflex. I sure owe Yukimaru big time. But you said you can't use your powers for personal reasons, right? Wouldn't spiriting someone away count as using your powers for personal gain? Now, yeah. It's if you lied about this, what else are you lying about, Toka?
まあ、理由はさておき。天狗として矜持を与えるのは、とはいえ、神隠しはやりすぎですから、一族に叱られていたと思うです。ひいきしすぎだって。
Giving a burden like that hardly seems like favoritism. But I guess if it's his job to give people burdens, the bigger the burden, the bigger the favoritism.
でも、あなたにひいきしちゃうのは仕方ないことなのです。だって、大好きなんですもん。可愛い子には旅をさせたいです。
I'm not sure how to feel about all this. Also, why did you change your mind about trying to spirit me away? Did something happen? I had figured that Yukimaru hanging around and Koharu haunting me would be enough of a challenge. But despite all that, Toka's feelings on the matter must have changed again. That has to be why he tried to spirit me away.
前に、雪丸さんと話し合って、それで考えを改めたと言ったですよね。
Oh,
実は、
right.
こんなことがあったです。
Toka looked away, starting to recount the events as if piecing his fragmented memories together. After attempting to spirit you away, Koharu quickly pulled your hand and you both escaped. That's when Yukimaru and I discussed the situation. Something's just clicked. He can burden us to make us strong enough to get anywhere, right? He could burden us into ruling the world. That's true. Carry the heavy burden of ruling the world.
我もすっかり騙されましたぞ。まさか主様に対して力が使えないというのが嘘とは。
Finally grasping the situation, Yukimaru called me out.
さすがは元神と言うべきか。
Oh, by the way, Yukimaru used to be a god. As for why he's not now, well, that's for him to tell you, not me. No, not Carrie. No, not at all. Carrie is not a heavy burden. Carrie is a light, fun presence in our life. Yes. No. No, Carrie.
お前たちが彼女についたことは、矜持と言ってもいいくらいだった。
Carry on my wayward. What other Carrie songs? Carrie. I don't know.
ゆえに、私が神隠しに合わせずとも良いかと思っていたのだが、お前たちのやり方は生ぬるい。今のままでは彼女の人生は狂っていく。
神隠しにあった先で、もし彼女が死を迎えるような事態に陥ろうともですか？
このまま人生が狂っていけば、いずれ生き地獄を味わうことになる。生きている心地がしないほどのな。
あなた様の考えも一理あるように思います。しかし我の考えとは違うようですな。
お前に彼女の狂いを止められるとでも？
ええ、なんといっても我は彼女の座敷わらしでありますから。とはいえ見習いですから信用できぬでしょうが、しっかり者の小春もおりますゆえ、どうか我々に託してくださいませんか。彼女の未来を。
Yukimaru exuded an aura of confidence that overwhelmed even me. Despite losing his divine powers, his determination remained unshaken.
了承いただけないとあらば、我らも共に付き合いましょう。神隠しに。
どうしてそこまでする？
これはおかしなことを聞きますな。我は彼女の座敷わらしなのですぞ。そして小春は彼女をたたる身の上ですから、彼女と共に行く以外の選択肢はございません。しかしあなた様の彼女を思う気持ちには感服いたしました。 彼女に恨まれると分かっておいて神隠しをなさるのですからな。
It irritated me to no end. He spoke as though he knew exactly what I was thinking. Actually, he did know what I was thinking, but it was just the way he said it. He realized there was a part of me that was afraid of being hated by you, Lolli.
そのようなこととっくに覚悟しておる。
ならばなぜなのですか？その提案があるのですが、我ら3人であれば提案があるのですが、このまま我らと共に彼女を支えるのはいかがか？
In that moment, a dream appeared to me. I could protect you, Lolli, without exposing you to great danger. I could ensure your happiness without overwhelming you.
お前たちが彼女に何をもたらすのか傍観に徹していたというのに。お前の言うように支えることで彼女が成長するのなら。
それはあなた様のことですから我には分かりませぬ。だが常に天狗として居続けずとも良いのではないか、トーカ殿。天狗として彼女の未来を憂いていたのなら、どうして彼女に名を名乗ったのだ？神様と呼ばせておけばよかっただろうに。
それは。
I was supposed to just watch over you, but I got greedy. Thanks to that priest's exorcism, you could see me, Lolli. I wanted to talk with you. I wanted to lock eyes with you. I wanted to touch you. These desires kept popping up in my mind.
天狗としてではなく、トーカ殿自身、彼女を思っておるのなら、方法が変わってもよかろう。
Yukimaru has sage wisdom. Yeah. Whoa.
神としての力がなくとも、人を、彼女を支えることはできると我は思うぞ。
僕として彼女に。
I'd been a Tengu for so long, and yet Yukimario's idea was invigorating to me. I wanted to support you, not as a Tengu, but as me, as Toka. Toka let out a long sigh when he finished speaking. I was really surprised to hear that Yukimaru was going that far to make me happy. And I was left speechless by how deep Toka's feelings were. For my future, huh? This whole situation must have caused so many issues for Toka. And had he not done it all for me...
神隠しを起こしたら、僕はあなたを見守ることしかできない。あなただからこそ、困難から学びを得てほしいと願っていました。僕はそういう神だから、それが最善と考えていたんです。でも、今は違います。神としてではなく、僕自身で、あなたの未来を輝かしいものに変えます。だから、手伝わせてください。
His sincerity was obvious. Otherwise, why was he trying to desperately... Oh, typo. So desperately to communicate with me. Before, he was just a god who'd planned to put me through difficult trials. Now, he was just someone who wanted to help me. He had devoted himself to me and my well-being. How could I possibly refuse him? And so, I'd like to accept your offer. Please help me. I bowed lightly towards him. Aww.
よかったです。
No, cutie. Minor typo, 0 out of 10 game, literally unplayable. Toka seemed to lose all strength and crumbled to the floor, crawling to my knees. Gosh, he's so cute. It was probably rude to think of a god that way. Not to mention the fact that he'd already told me he saw me in a romantic light.
嬉しいな。これからは堂々とあなたのお手伝いができるです。
I'm the one who should be grateful. That reminds me. When Sayaka offered to help me find my path, she had a similar reaction. I see. She was thinking of me. That's what made her so happy. Thank you, Toka. I'll look forward to working together. With your help, I feel hopeful. You've observed me more than anyone else, after all. I felt that sincerity in my words, and his grip on my heart tightened. Oh. Oh, look at that sweet face.
僕は神隠しをしなくてよかったです。
Yeah, us too.
今のようにあなたを直接手伝えるこの機会がとてもありがたく、僕にとって尊い思い出になるでしょう。
Toka often acted childishly, but there were moments of maturity like this, and I felt my heart rate quicken even more. He once told me he was much older than me, which I found hard to believe at the time, but not anymore.
ああ、そうだ。心配せずともあなたの人生の狂いはもう感じられないので安心してくださいです。あのあやかしたちがかき回したおかげで僕の予想を大きく外れたですから。
I felt relieved to hear that, but that brought up a whole new set of questions in my mind. If Yukimoto and Koharu hadn't intervened, would the prediction have been right? In that case, would I have been spirited away? I always thought that was the stuff of urban legends, but now I know it's real. Toka, can you actually see the future?
いいえ、予想するだけです。でも大抵は当たるです。細部まで予想通りにはいかないですが、結果的な面ではほぼ間違いなく。
I never knew gods had such abilities. Then what about now?
まだ予想がつかないです。でもいい方向に向かっているのは確実です。
That's reassuring to hear.
でも気は抜けないですよ。まだ進路は決まってないですから。
I guess. Toka stepped away from me.
というわけで。
He placed a stack of heavy papers on my desk, leaving me without words. I hesitantly looked at the cover. Top 100 things Lolli is fit for was written boldly on the top. Ooh, I need that. I would like that. What is this?
表紙に書いてあるままです。僕なりに考えて資料にまとめてみました。
You want that book? Top 100. Did you really come up with 100 ideas for me? Yeah, like sometimes it's nice to have an outside perspective of like what people think you are capable of that maybe you would not think of yourself.
あなたは運動以外は比較的何でも優れている方なので。
80 of them will be like variations of wife. Oh my gosh. Number 55, escape rooms. I would be an escape room. Make an escape room. Run an escape room, please. Or break through escape rooms.
向いているものはたくさんあったんですけど、とりあえず僕の主観で100個に抑えました。
You had even more ideas?
1000個ないくらいかな。
1,000?
それじゃあ明日までにそれを全部見ておいてくださいです。
Tomorrow? That's impossible. By the time I tried to reach for him, he was gone. But seeing how much Toka had gone through to make this list, I knew I had to try. All right, let's do this. With newfound determination, I turned towards my desk, ready to tackle the challenge ahead. Yeah, Carrie, you might be right. It's like, be my wife. My wife. Toka's wife? Toka's wife. Toka's wife in blue. Toka's wife in red. Toka's wife in gold. All right. Toka's mistress. Toka's side piece and main piece. All right, let's give it a save. Right. Yay. Toka's sugar baby. Sugar daddy, sugar mommy. Not sugar mommy. Sugar mommy sounds weird. Sugar mama. All right. Bloop, bloop, bloop. Let's get into our... All right. Wow. Thank y'all so much for hanging out with me tonight. And thank you for bearing with me while I had my technical difficulties. Hopefully these settings carry over for next time. But yeah, Toka's Gigolo. Yeah. Toka Sensei. But yeah. No, we're really close. We're 2 chapters away, so soon. But yes, night, everyone. I hope you have a good rest of your evening. My next stream is tomorrow. We'll be doing Study Buddies lunch tomorrow. So I'll hope to see y'all then. Okay. Thanks so much. Thanks for coming to stream, y'all. Bye.